It's Alan from Neuroflow Sports in a different and slightly longer format. I just needed to have my 5-cent opinion on what's been happening with Indiana Fever and needed to rant to anyone that will listen. So, excuse my indulgence. I will get back to my station directly. But it's been a rough season, hasn't it? We all knew the potential was there with the pieces acquired, especially with Caitlin Clark coming in. But man, we've got a whole different kind of game going on. We're 3-10, ranked 10th in the standings. I've never seen so much frustration around the team. And it's not just casual fans either. People who know the game, ex-players, they're scratching their heads. And we want to understand why. So I've been diving deep into the criticism aimed at our team. I read every article, watched all the breakdowns, listened to post-game rants. I wanted to understand the crux of the issue because it's not just about wins and losses, is it? When a team underperforms expectations, you start asking deeper questions, tougher questions about the system, about the coaching, about the roles. It's really happening underneath the surface. And what I found was fascinating. It's the main issue people kept circling back to was this clash of styles between Caitlin Clark and Coach Stephanie White. And it's not just about playing faster, although that's definitely a big part of it. At its core, it's about the role that Caitlin wants and the role that the coach wants her to play. So it starts with the obvious, right? Clark came in. Everybody loved the energy, the pace, the excitement, okay? And it seemed like the perfect fit for a team needing that spark, but also for her to thrive. She was a dynamic point guard, top 5 pick, right? And fans felt the front office made the statement. This is our era now. You could feel the shift in power. And sure, the talent was there, but so was the confidence. This belief that Clark was going to elevate the entire team. But then, as the season progressed, things changed. The offense stalled, the wins evaporated, and the frustration grew. And then Caitlin dropped this quote, in an interview after a tough loss to the Aces. She said, quote, "I'm going to be honest. I thought at times we could have played a little bit faster, but I think that's on me." And then, immediately, when pressed further, she said, "For the most part, I thought we did a lot of stuff the coach wanted us to do. I don't think that's why we lost." Now, those 2 sentences, they sent shockwaves.
Yeah, I think the little things, we've kind of just shot ourselves in the leg consistently doing that. We turn the ball over, we foul a lot. You know, those are just easy points for them. I don't know how many points they had at the free throw line tonight, but I think they had 18 off of our turnovers, and that mostly falls on me. That falls on me as our point guard. I think I have to really get us into stuff, especially in the fourth quarter. We didn't do a good job of taking care of the ball. I didn't. So I think just starts with me and just getting better in that. And I feel like we're really close to being really good, and I think that's what's kind of been frustrating about these few losses. And I think for us today, I think this is much different than the Golden State loss. I think Golden State, we just got straight up outplayed and, out hustled. Tonight we did things really well for a good portion of the game. I thought we executed in our scout in the ways that we wanted to. And, down the stretch, we just really couldn't find a way to get it done.
What was the challenge of getting any kind of offensive flow today? Both teams seem to have a tough time.
I thought we executed really well in the first half. I thought we did a tremendous job of, making them pick and choose out of the ball screen if they're going to play drop. AB's going to have a field day, and that's exactly what she did. She was able to get, just naked rolls to the rim and be able to finish, and then they made an adjustment in the second half and kind of clogged it a little bit more, and we weren't quite able to get exactly what we wanted there. I thought at times we could have played a little bit faster, and I think that's on me, not conceding in that. We still got to play up tempo. We still got to play fast. But I thought for the most part we did a lot of stuff that coach wanted us to do, and that wasn't why we lost.
On the surface, it seemed like she was taking the blame, wanting to shoulder the responsibility. It's admirable, right? Then the follow-up comment, it was like a kick in the gut. It suggested that there was a disconnect, a difference in how she saw the game and how Coach White saw the game. Fans picked up on it. Analysts read into it. And When you start digging, you uncover a ton of evidence pointing to this clash of styles. Some commentators even went as far as labeling it a tactical exposure, and the most damning criticism was reserved for the offense. Phrases like nonsensical garbage and bullshit were used to describe the plays. It's a lack of adjustments, the inability to close out games. This isn't just about missing shots. It's about a lack of trust in the game plan. The other area drawing fire was the defense. Despite Coach White's background, the team is allowing opponents to penetrate at will. They're giving up countless points in the paint. It's almost as if the focus on offense is so myopic that they're forgetting the basics. The fundamentals that make basketball, basketball. Stop your opponent from scoring. And they're doing the exact opposite. You can see how all of this, starts to affect the locker room, the chemistry, the morale. And then the injuries hit. It's the loss of Dana Bonner. She's a big piece for their defense. And then you start losing games, close games that you should be winning. And it's not just the fans who are frustrated. Players are too, especially with the lack of opportunities, the lack of accountability. Look at Brianna Turner, for instance. She's a high draft pick, right? She should be getting minutes. But the problem is, when she's in the game, things fall apart. She turns the ball over, misses easy layups. She looks, to be honest, out of place. Then there's DeMarco Santos, right? A promising young big who could be the anchor of their defense, but she's DNP, CD, completely left out of the rotation. Again, it sparks questions, right? Why are these players being benched? Is it truly defensive concerns? Or is there more to the story? What I gathered from all this criticism is that people just want answers, consistency, a reason to believe in what they're seeing week after week. They want to see a team playing with purpose, a team fighting for each other, a team playing basketball the right way. It's not enough to just have talent, especially generational talent, if they're not all rowing in the same direction. And that's what a deep dive's all about, right? Getting beneath the surface, understanding the dynamics at play, and appreciating the complexity of the situation. The jury is still out on the Fever's identity. And for a team with championship aspirations, time is ticking.